let's move to the third knowledge of language, the syntax. Is defined as the set of statutes and principles that govern sentence structure and word order in a language by Chomsky and Lightfoot 2002. In syntax is a part of grammar and the sequence, order, or set of rules that should follow in arranging words and phrase to form proper sentence that helps to define or clarify to understand how the structure of sentence is worked. In creating syntax, we follow a common order, the subject, verb, and object that combine to make basic English sentence or SVO initialism. Subject is who or what the sentence is about. Verb, what is the subject does is. Object, a person or thing that is affected by the action of a verb. For example, Rose drinks coffee. The subject is Rose because she is a person that is being discussed or described. The verb is drinks because this is an action word or does by the subject. And the object is coffee because this is a person that is affected by the action of the verb. Another example is Ray eats bread. The subject is Ray, the verb is eats, and the object is bread. There are two types of syntax, the constituents and syntactic category. First is constituents, the subunits in a sentence that provide a complete thought. Constituents, a linguistic part of a larger unit or group of words for sentence, phrase, or clauses by construction arrangement that consists of two usually parts. For example, the man. We can see the phrase the man consists of two constituents, the and man, with usually two parts. Another example is traveled slowly. Is also construction with its constituents travel and slowly with two usually parts. We combine that phrase in the sentence. The man traveled slowly. We can see that the man traveled slowly. The sentence, the man traveled slowly, can be as a construction with two constituents, the man and travel slowly, with each of these constituents also being a construction, therefore a construction within construction. The second types of syntax is syntactic category, a family of expressions that can be substituted for one another without losing proper grammar. For example, there are four syntactic categories in the sentence. The word is flying above the field. These are the field above is flying and the verb. Syntactic category, it is a set that can use or add, replace that exists in word order and co-occurrence requirements with similar sentence. The word or sentence that can be replaced to another place without missing word, or it is a sentence that can arrange in another sentence with same use of word with proper grammar. For example, the word is flying above the field. We can arrange it in another sentence with same word. The field above is flying the bird. Another is above the field, the bird is flying. Another example is the cell phone lay on the table. On the table, the cell phone lay. Another example is your dog chased my cat. My cat chased your dog. And now let's move to the fourth knowledge of language is semantic. It's defined as the study of linguistic meanings. It can be applied to entire text or to single words. Semantic is the study of meaning in language and can use in arguing the point of other person, which is have many meaning, interpretation, or explanation in a sentence or words. It can be used in synonyms, antonyms, and homonyms. For example is destination or last stop. Another example is animals. What are the types of animals? Some names or examples of the animals. What does have in the animals in the body or what they can do. There have three types of semantic: the anomaly, metaphor, and idioms. The first type of semantic is anomaly, a situation when specific words or phrases cannot be combined to make sense. For instance, the phrase colorless green does not make sense since green is a color and colorless means without color by Fromkin, Rodman, Yams, 2018. Anomaly is something that unusual or unexpected that have a meaningless or abnormality with no combination and interaction which may create ambiguity and connotation meaning. For example is colorless green. Colorless meaning without color and green is a color. Another example is original copy. Ang fully good, better sweet, big baby, and alone together. The second type of semantic is metaphor, a figure of speech where one object or idea is used to refer to another object or idea for rhetorical purposes by Merriam-Webster Dictionary. A metaphor, it helps to explain idea or to make comparison to one thing in another thing. For example is life is a highway. The metaphor is highway because in reality, a highway is a road that vehicles drive, while it apply in life that have a meaning as fast and straight that full of twists and turn like suffering and just go on the floor. Another example is time is money. The money is the metaphor because money in reality is the medium of exchange for wants and needs in life of the people, while it apply in time because it should not waste it as needed. The third types of semantics is idioms, expressions established by societal norms to have meaning aside from what it literally indicates. By Tom, 1992. Idioms, a group of words with a figurative, non-literal meaning and widely used saying or expressions differ from a phrase's literal meaning. For example, break a leg means good luck. Blind date, the meaning is a date where the two people have never met before. Another example is old as the hills, who is very old people. And now let's move to the last knowledge of language, the pragmatics. Is defined as the study of unsent or hidden meanings in different languages apart from its context. This meaning is provided by the context and a pre-existing knowledge of the perceiver about the utterance. Pragmatics is the rules that occur within the social situation or exchange. For example, I hurt you. The pragmatics is heart because it refers to an organ in the body. However, it pragmatically the heart in this sentence means love. The heart is used as a symbol for love to someone. Another example is if you eat all of that food, it will make you bigger. The pragmatic is bigger. Would mean is larger than you are currently or already obese. There have 6 types of pragmatics: the physical context, linguistic context, thesis, references, inference, and anaphora. First is physical context, the actual location, a part of utterance that provides the context. Physical context, the location, place, or sign will influence interpretation, which is encompasses what is physically present around the speaker's hearer at the time of communication. For example, slow down pupils crossing the street. Supermarket in public sign, and last example is dictionary on the book by Webster. The second types of pragmatics is linguistic context. The context provided by the utterance itself. Linguistic context is preceding sentences in a passage. It refers in a context within the discourse, the relationship between words, phrases, sentences, and paragraph. For example is, she has to get to the bank to withdraw some cash. We know from the linguistic context which type of bank is intended. The third types of pragmatics is dices. Words that cannot be identified without the context. Example of these words are here, there, him, here, yesterday, and tomorrow. Dices use the words and phrases to refer a specific time, place, or person in the context. It replaces a noun and pronoun. For example, she is not here today. She is a person. Here is the place, and today is the time. Another example ay, you should have been here last week. The person is you, the place is here, and the time is last week. Another example is, tomorrow is her debut, dear. The time is tomorrow, the person is here, and the place is there. The fifth types of pragmatics is references, the act of which the speaker specifies an orientation or a position for the axis. The references is the words used to identify things are in some direct relationship to those things. For example, Mr. Kawasaki used to refer a man who always fast or rode loud, his motorcycle or brand name used in a person. Another example is Mr. Lonely because the boy's always sad. The fifth types of pragmatics is inference. The perceiver use of additional information not provided in the utterance in order to understand the message. The inference used to do in additional information to hearer and connect what is said and what must be meant of the people saying. For example is, can I look to your Chomsky? I enjoy listening to Mozart. The what is said is, can I look to your Chomsky? And they mean is, I enjoy listening Mozart. Then another example is, can I borrow your cell phone? I will pass my pictures. What is said is, can I borrow your cell phone? And what is mean is, I will pass my pictures. And the last types of pragmatics is anaphora, another term for instance, a pronoun, used to identify an object that is being referred to for the second time by Yule 2016. Anaphora is used of an expression whose interpretation depends upon another expression and context. For example, Ina watching a movie. She enjoyed it. The anaphora is Ina and it changed a pronoun in she. And another example is Roy playing a basketball. His mother bought the water. The anaphora use is Roy and his because a noun replaces in a pronoun his. And this is the ending of our report.